Welcome all my relations. My name is Anne Marchand, and I'm running for Omak Public Business Council position 2. I've lived and called Omak my home for over the past 15 years, and I've met and married and she loves the best friend for this Omak Marchand. Actually showed up to me. Together we have 10 kids and 22 grandchildren that we're blessed with, and we know and realize the importance of family values. We've been through all the ups and downs with our youth and all the great moments, and nowadays we're blessed with we call her our daughter, but she's our granddaughter. We've had her since she was 4 months old, Zoe Claire Marchand, and she's been the greatest blessing. Probably a lot of the reason that has changed even the way we think today about what we want to do and help our kids and our youth, whether they're community children or family. We have 2 businesses, the art business, Indian Visions, and Marchand Racing Stables. I'm pretty proud of Marchand Racing Stables because it gives us an opportunity to work with the youth. We've gotten 5 of our local youth licensed professionally, and we continue to do that. It gives us a great opportunity and provides activities for the youth. That is one of my biggest platforms is in our youth and being able to help them, our next generations, reclaim their futures. But if we don't get a hold of our government right now, both in fiscal, programmatic, get our policies and laws aligned, there isn't going to be anything here for the youth, and we're not going to have anything to offer them. We need to start taking care of our people, and I want to go towards a more culturally driven government organization versus rule-driven. We spend too many times copying state and federal laws, boilerplate, and staff, and call them on. We don't make them responsive to the needs of us and our people, youth folks, and especially our kids. We're looking at a deficit in our budget, which really concerns me, and I think I'm is that a word or is that a...
That's a time's up.
It's 2 minutes.
She's like, I don't know. You get to finish your sentence. When she puts that up, you get to finish your sentence. That's where we're at. You got that 5 seconds to finish your sentence.
I know, and now I don't know what it was, but anyway. Anne Marchand, Omak Public Business Council, position 2. I look forward to talking, speaking to each and every one of you. I'll give you all my contact information. I welcome any communications, any questions, any concerns. Bring it forward. Wait,
I know. All right, everybody gets 50 seconds. Yep.
My name is Karen Condon, and I'm running for position number 2 on my district public business council. My parents are Leonard and Judy Condon. My paternal grandparents are Smith and Margaret Dick Condon. My maternal grandparents are Alex and Louise Goins Arquiza. I was raised in Carter Valley, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with, and I currently live in Isabel. Well, actually, I live at home in Isabel, so that's where I live. I am running for council because I think, like a lot of people that are running, that there are significant issues with the current council, and it's time that the council that is currently serving be replaced. A lot of our natural resources are being mismanaged. Our finances are in the hole, and we're looking at budget deficits, like Ann said. We are definitely looking at budget deficits for 2017. So it's an issue that we've known about for the last couple of years, but nobody seems to be too worried about it because they're not even telling us during the budget season that we will be facing a deficit. Last week I had a budget meeting with the budget officer and asked crucial questions regarding our finances, and was finally told that yes, we're looking at a budget shortfall. So that's a reality. That's something that we've got to deal with now. The other issues that I'm focused on is education and employment. There's still a huge unemployment issue on the reservation. Taro has done a significant job of increasing training and employment opportunities, but it's not enough. there aren't any construction jobs or any other kind of jobs coming up, that it's really hard for her to work. It's hard to find training opportunities that will fit any kind of construction projects or any other projects that are coming up. So it's something that we need to deal with and that we need to continue to work on. Education is a huge issue. Not a lot of people deal with education issues. It's something that a lot of people don't understand. So current council is not even addressing our educational needs. There's a huge educational gap that we need to be working on. So that's another issue I'll be working on. Thank you.
After I graduated, I went to work for the Yellow Pages all over the Northwest, and I ended up working for Bell South. At that time, it was the biggest corporation in the world, doing $1 billion a month. So they taught me a lot about how to make money. Then I came home, went to work for the Chronicle, Omak newspaper, worked there for 5 years, and off and on, I taught business at the National Valley College for 4 years. Then I went to graduate school, and then after I got done with that, I worked at casinos when we first started. And I was there a long time. My dad number was number 33, so there for 9,000. There I was 15 years. And then after when I turned 50, I retired and got my health all situated. And I wanted to go back to work. This is what I wanted to do. Anybody has any questions on this, please ask me. Let's stop here right there. I hope I'm time. I can keep going. I'm done.
Okay. We'll do it right here. Go ahead, begin.
Hello, my name is Richard B. Allen. I'm running for position number 2. And born and raised here on the reservation. And these are 3 of my children up here. I brought with me today. And everybody's been asking me why I'm running for council. One of the reasons I'm running for council is where we're going, we're headed towards termination. And I'm going to talk with every breath that I have against termination. Back in the 60s, this service here on the reservation, a lot of councilmen back then wanted to sell our reservation to get money. It was put out, stopped. People got together and protested against termination. I was there with my mother, and I was there with a lot of elders. Me and my brother Larry stood there, protesting against termination. And it was stopped then and there. That's what we need to do now, is stop the termination. That's where we're headed right now, is termination. Right now, oh, okay.
because the beginning got an extra 15 seconds, so everybody gets an extra 15 seconds. Sorry, Richard. Our mistake. She didn't realize that we were doing the extra 15 seconds, so. He's like, I got 15 seconds, I'm down. Go for it, Richard. 15 seconds. Vote for Richard Allen. Just do what you need to do. 15 seconds, go.
Okay, give me
Well.
another 5 pocket hit just to warm up.
I own Allen Construction. I've been in the business for 22 years. I'm 100% in your own business, 100%
Now.
problematic work for me. And that's it, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you. Begin.
And I think most of you already figured it out, that's my brother. My name's Larry Allen. I'm originally from Omak. I moved to HLM, probably almost 8-9 years ago. But, I have family in all districts, and that's the way I look at it. I'm running for position number 2 in HLM. I did about 6 years of logging on the Indian reservation. I worked for the travel logging, I worked for my own herbal, and then went back in the Army. And because that was my true calling, because we need those warriors to go down range so that we can have the freedom. One thing I'd like to do is, let's thank those men and women who are out there right now and the ones that live there. Because I see veterans out there right now. I remember take one off Vietnam, Rock King, got in Iraq. Okay, let's not forget, who fought for our freedom. And then I was sitting doing stuff overseas for about 30 years chasing bad guys. That's what I did. I didn't go over to win their hearts and minds. I'm after the bad guys. I'm after the bad guys that did 9/11. And my oldest grandson right now, he just got out of second grade retired. He's back to college right now. He did the same thing. My youngest son is in Afghanistan fighting as we speak right now. He's in Central Special Forces. They're fighting the fight. Because, we're going to stand there and we're going to go ahead and do that. The other thing I'm looking at, and they're getting into women, and I understand technology. Our technology isn't being shared fairly across the reservation. The guy that's in charge right now, he has all these big plans, and it's all going to distill him right now. The bottom line, I want to build out in the communities first. And I'm talking about broadband, optic fiber. Because right now, our tribe is the most underserved rural area in the United States. We're a black hole. We've got all this technology around us, but we're not, we don't have it here. And that's what I'm pushing for. That the other one is accountability.
There's the alarm bell.
Hello, my name is William Moore, and I'm running for position 1 in the Steel District. And my 4 primary issues that I want to address, and I have a lot of them, but 4 primary ones is, and not necessarily in this order, is code of conduct, organizational conflict of interest that exists within our departments, our boards, and our council. That needs to change. It needs to get out there. Been there since the 70s. Can't move forward unless we take care of that issue. The other one is the ever-growing drug activity on our reservation. It affects all of our people, all of our relatives. And I want to participate in that also and try to help come up with some new ideas to help our people take care of their families again. A couple of the other issues is Arrow. I've been a part of that since it started. I help strengthen our Arrow as it relates to compliance, employment, a lot of issues. And last but not least is ignorance. CFED or CFED, our corporations, and that's a big part of our employment, our fantastic. And also as a private member, I support that 100%. And that's number one, private members. And then I think I can help that. And plus, I've been in business for 25 years with my own business. I've worked with tribes all over the West, probably over 50 different tribes. I've been in a lot of different councils. And I think I can bring a lot of clarity to a lot of the day-to-day issues that the council faces and help that decision-making process a little bit better. And, thank you.
Begin.
Hi everyone, my name is Troy Christman, and I'm running for the student leader position number 2. My mother and father are Owen and Brian Christman, from the city, and I'm running for council because drug evidence attacking our organization is horrible. It's truly inhuman. As I'm currently employed as a police officer in Colorado Drive, and I see on a day-to-day basis on what it does to people. And I have a plan to fight the problem. And that's stuff to have a community watch group, get a drug rehabilitation center. I don't care what it takes. We have to have a rehab center on the reservation. We have members right now want to go to rehab, but they're in line. Don't know when they're going to get to go, and they fall right back into the same thing. We got to fight for them. I talked to people that in uniform, tears bawling, and I told them, I'm here to help you, I'm not here just to bust you. You know, I know what you do, but I truly want to help you. And they want out. There's just nothing that we have to help them get out. So, we need help. Build connectivity in the HUD sites. You know, get these kids something to do other than get in trouble. And have the older 18-year-olds trying to suck into the gangs and the drug activity. We got to do something now. It's bad right now, but it's going to get worse. I can't stress it enough. We need to stand together as people and fight this problem. If we do that, we'll win. My name is Troy Christman. I'm in Position 2. And I think if we come together as people, we can fight this problem, and we will beat it. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Cleveland Assault Chiefs. My name is Joaquin Marchand. I am born to Richard Marchand and Lois Lizitel, now Lois Pacotis. I was raised by Bugs Tulu. I'm running in Escalon District, Position 2, and I have, a ton of reasons why I'm running. Kind of similar to what Corey is saying. I am looking at more of the whole healthcare system to serve all people and reduce rates of suicides, alcohol accidents, and everything else that seems to be plaguing this reservation. And I've seen it working in tribal health and diabetes. As Larry mentioned, I was in the Army for 4 years. I did 3 tours. I was in 82nd Airborne. After I had got done with the military, I met my wife. I have 3 beautiful children now, and decided to obtain my bachelor's in business management and master's in public administration and healthcare systems. Currently employed as a diabetes program manager, and I've been working for the tribe for about 10 plus years now in every field. I think that there is procurement, HR, I did a little bit of AP work. Accounting, I was an accountant for 5 years, since 2008. Seems like I never stopped working there. And it's just been my recent eyes being open in the public administration field and seeing how the levels of what's plaguing the reservation have really hurt the youth. And we don't do future planning with the type of funds and things we have. It looks towards the future, it looks towards those youth. teaching treatment. That's a beautiful thing too, because we've needed that for 20 years. We'll find a way. So with that, I am running in position 2. I can see her flying. I'm Mark President.
I believe we need a different housing program.
BJ is doing for us, because it keeps the poverty cycle going. It takes whatever you make, they want to take it from you and keep you there. I believe we need increased health care services for our elders. They don't cover enough for hearing aids, for prosthetics. You always have to apply to the state. And I believe that if you vote for me, or you know how in SBU, I won't let you down. I'm running for position 2 in SBU Michigan. Bye. They asked me and Edwin if we were married couple at Walmart the other day.
Did you punch them?
I said, what?
That's a great story. I think all of us being in Walmart, it's kind of funny that day because we were talking and I think we blocked the whole doorway for a while for politics. Okay, my name is Edwin Marchand. Sorry to be here so late. I feel like I've been on the road politicking for the last 24 hours. Last time I was down at Lapway playing basketball with kids. And it really made me feel pretty old last night because I hadn't really been playing at all. And playing with the younger guys, you're at a completely different level. And to this morning, I went to when Ashley was playing ball there with the Legends. And, we were supposed to have an 8 o'clock game without moving behind otherwise it would have been here before game. So I do respect being here. I'm proud that we're all here. It shows that I think this year, through the government committee, which I'm the chair of, that we wanted to stress that for everybody to get out and vote, and yes, vote for your choice. You know, it hasn't been coming. You know, I was proud to serve you for this term, and I've done my best. I didn't get to hear many of the speakers talking, but I did hear him talk about the youth and drugs and things like that. And those are all super important. But on my right here, I was thinking about the main things that we've been doing the last couple of years. And of course, the first thing is to get people to vote. And accountability kind of ranks really high in my thoughts. Whether you're a tribal employee or one of our business employees, I think that we can blame a lot of people. Like, for instance, if you call over to the agency, how many of us play phone table if you get hold of somebody? It seems like that's been a problem, it is a problem, and we need to change that. We need to make people do their jobs. Most of the areas we talked about, we do have employees working in those areas. Thank you very much.
You could have been like, vote for me, everybody.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
All right. So that was introduction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up for questions. We will be doing one person at a time, of course, so whoever raises their hand first, second, third, that's how we'll be doing the questions. You'll get your little thing right there showing that the person holding that has the floor. So please remember to show respect, and if you've got a question that you're like, oh my God, they have that sign, but I've got a question, come over here, we'll write it down, that way you don't forget it, okay? Go ahead. Sorry. Questions? Questions?
Give them to Mike.
Yeah, I was just going to say she didn't walk over there with me.
Speak up, Harvey.
afternoon.
Mic 1, mic 2. Just
I have a
kidding.
number of questions I'd like to ask. I mean, I couldn't. I haven't received any campaign letter or anything like that, and that's fine. Because I practice just like everybody else does. Practice election time. We started to fire, it's too damn hot now for that. But anyway, everybody gets up and says, I'm going to change things. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Nobody says, talks about the other 13 that's at the table or makes the same decisions that they do. I want to know how, for instance, Corey, his letter came out, Facebook, some of our people, the world look at it, saying that climate change. I want to know how your person is going to change things when there's 13 other individuals and you got 2 years to make a change and 2 years to make allies. What are you going to do? What are you going to sacrifice within yourself to get your ideas going?
Is that a general question? Yes. Yes, that's a general question. He asked Corey.
You're the one to put it out on Facebook. Okay.
It's already said, but with the drug problem, I think that everybody in that table has been influenced or not, has been affected by the problem. So I believe I can get the rest of the 13 members to agree with my plan on how to fight the drug problem. I'm down in the dirt to fight this problem. I'm at work every day. I see what's going on. I can explain to them what I see and what I saw on a day-to-day basis as working as a police officer. And if they don't want to help fight the drug problem, maybe they should be there. And if I can't get anything passed that I'm trying to do to fight this problem, I'm going to do it for people. I'll have a community meeting in each district, and I'll explain to them why I can't get anything done. The things that I sacrificed, we had my son's wrestling tournament today, but I chose to come here and told my son what I was doing when he was 7 years old. Well, why, Dad? Because Dad's trying to do something important and help the people of his reservation. And he's down in retirement right now. But we need to get a stronger police department. Right now, we got 3 police officers working on this reservation. The whole 1.3, 1.4 million acres, we got 3 police officers. We've been down to 2 at night. It's the people that are getting hurt by this. We need more police officers. Something bad's going to happen when we face, and one of our officers is going to be an inch in, and then we got to come up with that Omak or to steal them. We just need more police officers. We need to do a travel and recruiting program because there's nothing better than policing our own people. I love the job. Best job in the world. Going out and helping people, changing people's perceptions on law enforcement officers. That we're not just out here for some bad guys. I want to help people. And to attack this problem, we got to hit it on multiple fronts. Drug rehab facility, more police officers, drug task force, intelligence unit, getting the people to band together as a community to fight this problem. So, I hope you like my answer, and I just wish I could talk more.
Okay. Just give me a second real quick.
I couldn't see what you heard.
Yeah, well, okay, so what, the thing is that I'm not timing you while you're giving your answers, I'm not timing you any of your questions. I just don't think it's fair because you don't know
what to expect with the questions. So I do kind of let you go on, and I will let all of you go ahead and go on. But, you know, if you start getting those looks from us like, I'm kind of wild, you might want to pass the mic, okay? Does that sound fair? Yeah? Who wants to go next? You want to just start it on this way?
And then the next question start on that end.
Are we gonna go with the same question? That's a good question.
That is, we're going to the same question. I wrote down the question in case you guys forget it. Okay, so I've got hands over here, hands over here. Everybody wants to go first, don't they?
You did introductions that
Like
way,
you
right?
said. Right, and that's how I kind of was going to do it, and then.
Start over there, and then the next question start over here.
Okay, so we're going one way, and we're going the other. So that way, you start at this end at one point, and we start at this end at another point. So that's fair? Good point with the introduction, you're right. Okay, so yeah, I guess we are going to go down to this end, we did start at this end first, that is fair.
Well, he was on that side too.
Well, we're going to get off. Who wants to go outside? Okay, so we'll start here. Do you remember the question, or do you want me to read it off to you? Okay, so the question is how do you plan to persuade 13 others that are on the council with one of your plans?
That's interesting. I think that's, there's kind of a standing joke at the council table too. It's like we supply coffee, the others, they all show up. And in a way, that's kind of true. All the councilmen are on a daily basis trying to push what they're fighting for. And you can imagine that's 13 different directions. And what's really difficult is getting everybody on the same page at once. And I think the best way to do that, I think Corey is correct. We all live this problem. Somebody we know is into drugs or alcohol or just causing problems in general. So we're all touched with that. So I think that's a good argument to attack first. But I think it's one of the most difficult because right now we've gone through police chief changes. We're trying to incorporate programs where we're just training tribal member officers to try to bring those in. We're lobbying DC to try to get more funding for the police services. And so all in all, there's a lot of activities going on here. So it's not just one goal, it's two goals, it's many. But I think that's, from what I see, that's one of the major areas that needs to be tackled. I'm currently, we're taking, to do is for the funding. We don't have our timber revenues we used to have. Our businesses haven't been doing that great. Mainly, I'll mention 12 tribes lost money for the first 4 to 6 months of operation. We're turning these businesses over to make profits so we can afford some of these newer ideas. And we look at this building right now and look at the buildings next to us. We built those with grants. We didn't have sustainable funds to maintain them or anything like that. So the shape there is we'd be better off tearing these buildings down now and start over. Our short-term goal is to bring in more funds so we can build new wellness centers, treatment centers. And I think that's to where we can sustain them and maintain them. That along with getting more funding for the police services is pretty important.
Well, again, I don't think these guys understand the health of feeding like you do. Really, I have been so active in tribal politics since I was in high school and on through the days, and I know everybody on council. I've been rented one time or another, and I go to council quite frequently. So I'm pretty familiar with how they operate in there. And I have strong communications And you walk in there, the people behind you, the people are who you're representing, not your ego, not your own agenda. You're supposed to be in there for the good of all people. And I believe if you go in there with the prayers and support of the people and you're bringing that forward, then you're going to have an easier time convincing your fellow council that this is a good thing because all of your people will benefit. When you're an elected leader, although you might come from one district, you're elected to serve everybody. And that little child, to Jerry in the city there, they might be in Omak, and I might be in Mesquite, but my vote will be for all the people throughout the reservation on the best interest of the people and the things that they need. And I think that I'm the person in position number 2 who can be able to bring everybody together. I know that, politics is heated, but it's all up to you. Are you going to be reactionary? Or are you going to go in there and know that you're speaking for the people and be respectful? If you give respect, you'll get respect back. You need to walk the talk. You need to check your egos at the door. And that's what I will do. And I believe that I can bring our council together. And I believe that I can convince them that we do need improved health care. We do need to pay attention to our environment. Right now we have Shiamas that are taking over and they're leading all these programs, and their advice is to negate all of our trained employees that are bringing things forward. Currently, the council majority is more worried about protecting the Shiamas' rights than our tribal rights and our trained employees who know what they're doing and they have an vested interest in our reservation because they're born, raised, and they live here. We need to switch that and put the people back on top. The elders should be up here, the membership, and then the council and administration. And we need to work together to heal our tribe. And I believe in position 2 and as leadership, I will represent all of you. Amen.
Thank you. So just going back, the question was, how do you make change when there's 13 other people at the table? And what will you sacrifice? So, in my role, in my working experience, I've worked on a number of interdisciplinary teams. And those teams are made up of people from different programs, with many different values, many different objectives. And I've worked with them on what we call the DARE team, our emergency response when there's a wildland fire, working with the emergency response personnel, working with PD, and everybody comes and they bring different values, and they bring different ideas and different ways to handle things. And what we do in those situations is try and figure out who's got the best plan. Now, in emergency situations like we had the 2015 fires, there was a lot that was going on that was outside of control that the tribe could respond to. And literally, our world was on fire at that time. And that's a very good example of an emergency situation that brings people together. I was requested to come and work as a tribal liaison with the tribe and county at that time because there was no communication. There was no communication with Omak County and the tribe, with what the state was doing, trying to fight fire in this community here. And that's where we need to make change happen, is by getting the people involved and increasing communication. When there is, we were talking about this earlier, some of us, before everybody got here and started, when there's closed door sessions, the membership doesn't know what's going on. When there's a 10 signature that's approved, when there's not even a quorum, make sense. When we have the travel tribunes that can't even go and talk to the actual staff members about what they're working on and projects that concern them because they're getting censored by administration, that's a problem. When TIRO can't even keep the mills in compliance with hiring tribal members, that's the problem. Construction of a new building, should that really go through the planning department for review by all the programs and departments? No. And when the membership doesn't know how much in debt we actually are, that's the problem. So we need to increase our communication with people. It's the membership that places us at the table. And that's what my goal is. That's how I choose to make change. Because I can tell you one thing, when I, as an employee, I can't get sales before because everybody makes it easy. Sorry. But I work in history anymore. I work in the environmental justice department. And I'm the water regulatory specialist. I'm finishing up my master's in environmental water policy. And so when we had the internal program review of the Bever's Orchard project, I cannot tell you how dissatisfied I was when I reviewed that project. They tried to say that they had all this public involvement that they did, they had all these meetings, and there's so many things legally inaccurate with that project. Number one, you guys know. But I have to call them out and I had to say it was absolutely not public involvement. We requested that the IRP coordinator, whose job it is to get public involvement happening, at least do a meeting with the community members that were affected and that could be affected in a lot of Omak district. Yes, we'll do that, we'll do that. Gosh, thanks for pointing that out. We didn't even do anything in the future. They never had anything. It was the membership here, the Omak community residents that brought that forward to be discussed. I mean, if you want to talk about change, let's actually let the people know what's going on and get their feedback and get their recommendations. So that's what I hope to do. Whether or not I get elected. If I get elected, great. I'm going to do those things. If I don't get elected, you know what? I'm still going to make sure that the public's involved. So, on my campaign signs, there's a phrase in Sochi, not sploosh, splash, brown. That means with one heart, we swim together. That's the salmon talk. That's the salmon that's starting in the ocean, coming through all these dams, coming through all these fishermen, coming through all these industries, and all the water that's polluted, all the way up here. Why do they do that? How can they do that? They do it together. Thank you.
Always tough to follow here. So, going back to the question, how will I influence the 13 councilmen? Simply by math, you can't dispute math, 2 + 2 is 4, right? So, I'm mathematically minded, and after watching, which I'm running, I just can't stand back and watch this. I've been watching something that we lost as a nation when we had gotten the regional settlement and we lied to our own leaders. They said this is a tax law, you can't only distribute this much more. And when we uncovered the lie, that bond between people and leaders is gone. We still carry that broken bond. And so everything that the leaders do, we're trying to do, what they try to stay in communication with people, is looked at with disdain. Who's the murder vote for this year? Well, he's harmless, at least he won't mess it up anymore. That type of mentality has got to go away. You've got to reconnect that bond with the leadership of the reallocate that. You know, I mentioned at the very beginning, I want to reemphasize, we're looking at a huge deficit and shortfalls coming there. You know what? We predicted that like 4 years ago. Unsustainable spending, unsustainable salaries, unsustainable, ridiculous buildings. You knew that was coming. For us who've been in the finance realm for the last decade, you see this almost every 4 years. You see all the division records getting wiped from the top because there's a budget crisis. And there's never anything done about it. And I think the other effectiveness communication is the key thing, because I don't know if you even notice this, but you're going to walk to the back of the goddamn building to the top floor and try and get up here just to talk to your leaders when they should be in the bottom floor in front of the building. Why are you asking? Why are you doing that? I think it goes back to what I was saying, is they're afraid to be amongst the people because of the stigma that they get every day. I mean, I was in council, I taught in council, and I said, geez, I go to the store and I get bad looks and immediately are hated, even if you're a good person. You know, that's what you carry, that's the burden, that's